In order to color the fondant, you want to use Wilton frosting dye, not the liquid kind, the gel kind, and simply add it to your fondant and knead it together until it's well blended. As you can see, I've been kneading the fondant and the dye is almost completely mixed in. You can add as much dye as you need to get the color you desire, and just continue kneading it until all the color is dispersed. As you notice, it's getting kind of sticky, so in order to prevent it from sticking to the countertop, I can just add some powdered sugar so that it'll hold its shape a little better. The dye is completely mixed into the fondant. It might be easier to knead it like between two hands instead of on the surface of the counter, just because it won't stick quite as badly. So now we're going to roll it out in order to cover the cake with it. Basically, try to make it in as smooth of a ball as possible. Try not to have too many creases in it or gaps, just so that it rolls out evenly. And I have put powdered sugar on my rolling surface. So
yeah, my boss made mistakes.
Just roll it out and try to make it as even as possible. You might want to lift it up every now and then and turn it so it doesn't stick to the surface. And then continue rolling it out until it gets big enough to cover your cake. So basically you can measure the width and measure the sides and add that together, and then make sure the diameter of your circle is a couple inches bigger than what you need to cover the cake. Our cake is about 11 inches when you go around it like this. So I'm going to trim some of the excess off just so that we have less to work with. I'm going to make sure I have plenty of room just to make sure I cover everything.
How was it done?
The last one was tight. We were like one of the, I don't know, 8 guys this entire thing. One before it had some pretty good food. That one had good dessert.
You want to try not to get too much powdered sugar on the surface of the fondant, but if you do, you can just kind of rub it off. And to cover the cake, take your rolling pin and just roll the fondant up. You want the fondant to be about maybe 1/8 of an inch thick or thinner. So we're simply going to roll it up like this.
How long?
How long is it? About 2 hours, depending on how fast you drive. Sarah's driving is going to take about 3.
That's a lot of powdered sugar.
Sure.
Is there a way to stop or
And simply roll it back out. If you need to, you can roll it up completely on the rolling pin. And then just press it to the side of the cake. Like so. It should fold relatively well, enough to cover the corners. Now that you have the fondant pressed against the cake well, just use a knife and cut off the excess close to the base, just not too close because you want to make sure you don't expose any of the cake.
Oh, nice. How old are you?
And then you can just press that, make sure it fits well. Then the excess fondant can be used for decorations. Okay, you're good. Now it's time to decorate the cake. What we're going to do is imitate a present. So we put the ribbon around the cake and we're going to do a bow. And basically to make these, all I did was cut strips out of the rolled out fondant. And water works like glue for fondant. It makes it softer, but then it'll stick together once it dries. So I just got a little bit of water, wet the ends, and pinched them together. And then just set them upright so that they could dry and kind of harden in a shape like this. Then I just arranged them in a circle, and I'm going to continue to add more. So I'm just going to get the tips a little bit wet and then place them around the middle. Maybe I should do 4 ones.